Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, as well as a write-in candidate for the senator from the state of Minnesota. And I got a wonderful, wonderful piece of message for you, and it's going to come to you live from station WEBM, and that's wonderful, Eddie B. Marcus, operating smack from the top of the sky. When I say that, I'm talking about the highest order of spirituality, highest order of thinking, moralistically. Not perfect, but to be moving far from where we're at today. All the way down here to wherever you are, wherever your mindset is, that's where I'm coming to. And my whole purpose is to saturate you with truth and with expressions of love, that it will ultimately go all over your body, and it's as essential to the fullness of that body as the blood that flows through your veins. That's my goal. And I'm here doing a little of this mostly every day. This is my way of campaigning. I have no money. I'm not asking for any money because it does not require money. The truth should spread like hotcakes. When you take them out, everybody got that good smell, and everybody want them all over town. Everybody prays. Everybody talks about heaven. They might have a different name for it, but they all wish the same. And here I am, ladies and gentlemen, quite familiar with what it takes for me. And I know at least what it takes for you. And as it does for you, it does so for everyone. Now, my spirit tells me that there is only one way to be able to have heaven on earth for all of us. For all of us to experience heaven on earth. Means for us to give up our selfishness and work towards that heaven that we pray for, that heaven that we say we want, by doing everything that we do as our gifts, our talent, doing everything that we do as if we're doing it for the entire human population. And for those of you who want to still restrict it to the people of Minnesota and to the people of the United States of America. Think about that. Think about what has happened all of your natural life, how you pray, and how you look and see what happens around you, whether it's Republican or Democrat, whether it's white or black. You see what's constantly happening, and when we see what's going on around the world, it just blows our mind and makes us remember that maybe there might not be a God. And what wouldn't lead you to that when God seems to be expressed only in nature, in the trees, in the grass, and not in us, because we do not know, or we do not have the Spirit. If we had the Spirit of God in us, this is what I say to myself and I say to you. If we got the Spirit of God in us, then it will manifest itself. Because first of all, it's not coming in unless we are diligently seeking it, unless we are diligently wanting it. So I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, to consider what I'm saying to you. You know that the Republicans are never going to be able to answer your dreams. I don't care how many Donald Trumps you get. If you get him many more, you're going to be going further and further away from your dreams. But even the Democrats, regardless of whomever they brought, you wouldn't get any closer. Because there's one way, and that is the way of love. Love, ladies and gentlemen. Love. Everybody that got a problem is your problem. Not the person, but the problem. The problem must be fixed. Everybody that has an issue is your issue. And that issue must be fixed. Why? Because that's the way love is. That's the way love is. That's what I'm telling you. That's the way love is. All of the problems that we have out here in our country. Poor employment. People trying to struggle to get $15 an hour only to lose it at the gas pump. People doing all of these changes trying to get a little closer to what that dream is within their heart. And they get no closer. Every time they take one step, it seems like they got to take two steps back. And for some strange reason, it always looks as if the economy is great. But we the people don't feel that. So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, this has happened with the Republicans and this has happened with the Democrats. Now, I'm not a spoiler. I'm trying to be a leader of peace and prosperity for every last one of you. Not because I am so good, I'm no more better than you, but I got a spirit living inside of me that says you count, that you matter, and you don't know it. You don't know what blessings have been already put before you. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that when you engage your hands in the creative process, man, doing stuff, working, doing stuff, creating, doing stuff, giving services, doing stuff. Whenever you're doing that, your hand, your fingerprint is on that which is presented to all of us. That which is made public has our handprints on, our blueprints on. We made it. Where did we get the material? We got it from the master. And who put it together? We did. And all the different skills that were involved in doing it. And we used to do it to get paid for some money. But that money keeping us from being free. Because we can't love and make the money too. Because in order to love and make the money, we're going to quit one. Because they don't work together. Love will just keep on, but love can't go on because love will keep on trying to get you. And the hope is that in time, you'll get it. But it doesn't matter whether you get it or not. Those who got the Spirit of the living God living in them will do this with or without your support. So I'm trying to make sure, I didn't mean to talk this long, that all of those dreams that you have can come true by utilizing the resources that have been made available to us and all of the gifts that we have, as we have been doing all along. But channel all of our efforts toward being the best we can be and making sure that we have chosen exactly what it is that gives us our greatest pleasure in doing. If we like education, the education system is there to give you unlimited and unrestricted education as you need it, so that you might be the best that you can be in healthcare, from the womb to the tomb. I know we've been doing it all the time, but we've been doing it for money. We're going to stop doing it for money, start doing it because we care. People need us, and we're going to be there to make sure that they get the best that we can possibly give, and it's not going to cost them one penny. Because the gifts that you participate in, those things that you bring to the table, allows you to use everything belongs to you all. And what you all own, you don't have to buy. You go and extract your potion, a potion, to do what it is that is required to fulfill your dreams. You don't pay for housing. You don't pay for food, clothing, and shelter. This stuff has already been presented to the brethren for all of the people. You don't pay for education. What the heck is that? How can you be smart and be the best you can be so the people and the whole nation be better if they're selling it and only those who can buy can get it? Same thing for healthcare. No, we're changing that stuff. I'm telling you, they might call it socialist. I heard somebody talking about being a socialist on the news today. And they wanted you to say, see socialism a little bit different than you have in the past. In the past, they said socialism was bad, and everybody just accepted that. And they never did any research to try to find out what it was. If they heard what it was, they didn't give it any focus because it already had been labeled as bad. But what does it do? Let me ask you this. Does it allow every last one of you to have health care? Does it allow every last one of you to have unlimited, unrestricted education? Does it allow every last one of you to have food, clothing, and shelter? Does it allow every last one of you to have a job of your own choosing? Does socialism do that? Well, if socialism do that, then that's exactly what I'm doing. But if socialism does not do that, then I'm doing what heaven is designed for me to present to you, and you make it real. Every last one of you make it real. You make it real. Not Trump, not some Democrat, not some politician, but you the people in agreement that this is the kind of society you want to live in, and that's what you're going to work forward towards. Now, I'm a write-in candidate. I'm not going to be on the ballot. I'm not asking you for your money. I'm not asking you to try to put me on the ballot. I'm asking you to hear my message. And if you can feel it, I don't have to tell you what to do with it, because I know you're going to tell everybody. You know that finally your ship has come in. You don't have to play the lottery anymore. You don't have to go down to the boat anymore. Because now you are walking on a path where the footsteps lead you to exactly where you want to go, and every step you take is a fulfilled dream, excitement in the step. And you have begun to live the moment you allow the Spirit to bubble up inside of you. Now, I'll probably talk to you tomorrow about something else. No, I'll still talk about this, but I'll try to find a different approach, and I'm sure that'll happen. So I want to thank you so very much once again for giving me this your time. This is Eddie Marcus, a candidate from the state of Minnesota to be the next senator. But I want you to know, I'm ambitious. I know I can only do so much, but I can use that baby to do all I can. And my next step is to become the next president of the United States. Now that's a big bullet. I'm not going to have to do like some other people. I'm not trying to make you mad or think I'm bad. I'm none of that. I'm a lover. And what I want to do is see that love that we all have been praying for is received, spread out amongst you, and you are receiving it. You know, you're not getting on your knees praying to God to bless you. You're going to allow the God in you to play a part in the blessing. And all of us coming together, and every prayer you got is being answered. No war, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no big heads and little heads and all that kind of stuff. Now look, as I say these things to you, to me, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old can understand it. But somewhere it does say, only the pure in heart can see this. You might not like Trump, but you don't like the people enough to go beyond where the Democrats have put their limits. And vice versa. And you'll keep doing that over and over and over again when you got the power. And I have been given instruction to tell you to get off your knees. You don't have to pray to God. God has already given you the power. God has already given you the authority to accomplish anything good in this life you want. There's already been given to you. And when you do that, when you receive that and you start exercising that gift, that's your communication with God. That's the Spirit of God inside of you made alive. You are one with God at that point in time. So when somebody talking about going to church and praising God, that's games that people play. That's institutional stuff that comes up from people who just trying to mind feel it and know nothing about what the Spirit is doing. Because you see how many times we go to church and nothing changes. We don't even address the issues of the day. And if we do, we just say a little bit of something about it and start talking, keep on praying, God gonna change this. And how in the heck is God gonna change it when He can't find a body to live in? When the Spirit of God can't find a person to consume? When the Spirit of God just walk around, being shifted around like the wind, and nobody want to take it in? So you're either, I thought I was through. Bye-bye.